Dan Wootton, who is a Daily Mail columnist and also on GBTV, as well as Eamon Holmes, who has also got a show on GBTV, have both said that Phillip Schofield is not the only guilty party in this story, that ITV knew about Schofield's affair and helped to cover it up, and therefore they are complicit. If not ITV as a great group, then certainly This Morning executives as a minor subset, all these Venn diagrams. I mean, the real problem as ever is the cover-up rather than the cheating, the effort to save face rather than losing face in the first place. And it's rather sad. Eamon Holmes, who comes across as terribly bitter, says, "Ruth and I deceived and lied to. One day I will tell the story. We had no issue with him being gay, only support. What transpired took us for fools. The man told us complete lies, and we unfortunately believed him." Well, yeah, but it takes time. It takes time. I do find the what's the name of that wonderful fellow, Whitehall, Jack Whitehall, and his father. Jack Whitehall's comment is priceless as ever. I mean, he's such a good performer. I would watch This Morning if Jack Whitehall and his father presented it. I think that would be delightful. I think they'd both be bored after a week, but there we are.
You guys come across like you've got a lovely relationship.
Yeah.
I know you have
behind closed doors. It's like Holly and Phil. We don't speak to each other.
They would be a breath of fresh air. It's that level of vitality and humour, and I think that level of wit and intelligence that we need on the sofa in a morning breakfast TV show. It's just tiresome listening to people wittering on repeating the same information and the weather again and again, and not asking the intelligent questions. And there are so many intelligent questions worth asking. In fact, Alison Hammond and Dermot O'Leary did a show the other day with the Prime Minister, and it was pathetic. At one stage worse than pathetic. It was bathos.
And stopping the boats, this matters as well, and people should rest assured.
Is it out of control, do you think, at the moment?
Well, no, I think the numbers are just too high. And there's been various factors, and you'll read the report, whether it was welcoming people here from Hong Kong or Ukraine, that's had an impact. As we saw after the pandemic, more people came back to study here who hadn't been here during the pandemic years. Look, but fundamentally, the numbers are high. I want to bring them down. The measures we announced this week are more than...
They're not controlled, though, right? Therefore, they're out of control. Let's be honest, because promises were made to keep them much lower than this. And it was one of your big manifestos, and it's the thing that they're talking about in supermarkets and in pubs and in cafes. Can you reassure people that it's going to come down and continue coming down?
Yeah, of course. I want to bring the numbers down. The measures we've announced this week are more impactful than anything that anyone has ever announced before.
It was absurd. The Prime Minister made statements about immigration and they didn't challenge them. They accepted them. In fact, Dermot O'Leary went on about this was the thing that was being discussed in the supermarket. The only thing that's being discussed in the supermarket is the price of a sausage. And we aren't discussing immigration in the supermarket. It's absurd. It's absurd. It's toadying. And yes, I know they were terribly starstruck to have the Prime Minister in the studio on their first or second day following Phillip Schofield's departure. But this is supposed to be a professional outfit. And I don't understand.